Before we start the video, I want you to subscribe to the best Telegram channel at the first link in the description, where we show our earnings on cryptocurrencies, and not only. Our capital that we manage is more than $3 million. Thanks for subscribing. Also in the description is a links to verified exchangers, when you register on which you get a welcome bonus from me. Let's get to the video. Hello all, friends, and welcome to a new video. In this video we're going to talk about Lunc. I've got some good news for you, so watch this clip to the end. And here's a little spoiler for you. You can see the triangle on the screen right now, but about that a little bit later. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about Do Kwon's court arrest and Daniel Sheen's harassment, how the price of Lunc is affecting that, as it were, and what we can expect in the near future. So be sure to subscribe if you like this video, and we'll keep it short and get right to the video itself. In the current video, I'd like to start with crypto bubbles and move smoothly to the Binance chart to break it down. Crypto bubbles for today tells us pretty good news, as Lunc for today went up 3.5%, and over the week, just over 1.5%. It has already risen 0.1% in 1 hour, which is from a price of 3,165% of the dollar to a price of 3,166 cents of the dollar. This was accompanied by more Bitcoin, as it was up $17,153. It was up 0.2% in an hour, 4.2% in a day, 3.7% in a week, and just behind it, the rest of the cryptocurrency went up. And that's pretty good. And that's already good news in terms of the whole cryptocurrency, since Bitcoin is followed by all cryptocurrency, especially Lunc, which lately just follows Bitcoin, because lately there are no particularly positive and global developments regarding Lunc. The maximum is burning, but burning also has an effect, because the price of Lunc is gradually increasing. Now, let's talk about that triangle you saw at the beginning of the video. Let's unfold the chart more. We see this is all the time the Lunc has been falling, but we are going to take a small section about the last month. Here we see the downtrend that we had. Before that we see a downtrend. Here we see a collapse and the formation of a triangle. Well, what does that mean? If, accordingly, the breakout will be to the upper line of the ascending triangle up, then the Lunc price will rise. Its first rise will be to 3,180 cents on the dollar, which will bring us 20%. And the next growth will go to 3,26 cents of the dollar, which will bring us 100% of the current moment. Well, accordingly, if the Lunc breaks through the bottom line of the triangle, then the price of the Lunc will fall. The first thing we will be able to see is that the Lunc will drop 3,138 cents on the dollar. As of now, roughly, it will sag by 16.5%. By the way, its all-time low, since the crash, has been 18.5% less than it has always been, namely 3,130 on the dollar. If there will be a breakout of this lower line, we can go to 3,138 cents of dollars. But in the case of a breakout of the upper line, we'll go a little bit higher. Then, after we break through, we need to lock above that line and higher, because if we were to buy here with a 90 probability, we would go to the next level, which is at 180 cents on the dollar. From the current point, it's up 14.5%. And accordingly, before we get there, we have to go up 2.5% first, fix above the current line, which is right here at 169 cents on the dollar. If the bulls hold it, then after that, you and I go here, then we go higher, which is 2x. As of right now, even a little lower, we'll have it around 40%. The end of the triangle will be roughly this week, and at the extremes, it will be next week, early this week, somewhere in the middle, tops. As of right now, we can look at closing the triangle at the high will be in 5 days, almost 6 days. But maybe it will be just in advance. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to follow the news, and draw yourself the same triangle on the chart to watch it. And now we get to the news itself, regarding the harassment of authorities. Do Kwon, and co-founder Daniel Shin. South Korean investigators have gone to court to obtain an arrest warrant for Terraform Labs co-founder Daniel Shin, as well as 7 other engineers and investors at the firm, on suspicion of making illegal profits before the massive collapse of the Terra ecosystem. Recall that Terra co-founder and fellow Shin, Do Kwon, is currently facing prosecution for the collapse of the project. It is worth noting that the collapse of the Terra ecosystem, which manifested itself last May, contributed to the deteriorating market conditions ruining the cryptosphere. Investors lost 1 million assets as a result of the collapse, which caused numerous international investigators to intervene and, accordingly, they are being prosecuted because the project, pretty much normal scam, and many people lost simply colossal amounts of money. Last July, investigators broke into Daniel Shin's residence in connection with the co-founder's accusations of Terra's collapse, and later this month, they detained him. And since then, the co-founder has faced criminal prosecution. And according to investigators, Daniel Shin allegedly made more than $104 million in illegal profits with the Luna project, just the same. Moreover, he reportedly made a profit even before the cryptocurrency was officially released, without prior disclosure to investors. In addition, the local prosecutor's office also accused Terra's co-founder of violating legal obligations. He allegedly used personal information of customers of Chain Corporation, a major payment technology company, to promote Terra cryptocurrencies. What's more, in mid-November, prosecutors added court approval to freeze assets belonging to Shin, amounting to about $104 million USA. According to the Southern District, Shin illegally accumulated those assets using the cryptocurrency Luna. Meanwhile, more recently, South Korean investigators went to court to obtain an arrest warrant for co-founder Do Kwon. And currently, investigators are still on Kwon's trail, and the court is set to hear the application on Friday. And Shin is now in custody. And it's going to be interesting, because Friday could also be the day that Lunc's fate could be decided. If he says something wrong, then accordingly Lunc could fall, because a lot of people hamster, basically, Terra and will sell Lunc. From this, just the same, will provoke a dump. But let's hope for a breakup of the triangle upwards to fix a good interest. And with you is Cryptanic. I have all the useful information on Telegram. The link is in the description. Go to it, look, and we'll meet you in the next video. Bye.